In this problem, I'm given an equation showing the temperature of a patient during an illness. Capital T shows the temperature of the patient in degrees Fahrenheit, and lowercase t is the number of days after the onset of the illness. I'm asked to graph the function and then use the max feature to find the time the patient's temperature was the highest. Coming right up. So the little t is like the x variable, and the big T is like the y variable. We want to keep this in mind when we use the calculator. To graph it, this function, we want to go to the y equals, and let's put in our equation. Now we cannot use this negative subtract sign. We must use the negative sign. This means subtract. This means negative. So minus 0.2 x squared plus 1.2x plus 98.6. I personally recommend the best way to learn is to use your calculator along with me. Next, we need to think about what makes sense for a graphing window. And we're going to put that into window. So let's hit this window button. And what makes sense for a graphing window? Well, I know that the x variable, the little t, goes from 0 to 6. So I think I'll start with 0 and I'll go up to 6 and I'll make the check mark on the x scale every 1. On the y variable, it seems to me if t equals 0, I'm going to get 98.6. So I think I'll make the lowest 98. And what's the highest temperature a person could get to? Maybe 106, 112. Let's just put in 106 and see what happens for the graphing window. And instead of a check mark every 1 on the y scale, I think I'll do a check mark every 2. To graph, I simply press the graph key and the calculator provides my graph. And I can see that it comes up here to the highest temperature and back down. So I'm seeking to find then the highest temperature right about here when I use the max feature of my calculator. So I'm going to go to second, this blue key, and then calc. And I'm going to have to choose number 4 here, maximum, because that's what I want to find. I can arrow down or I could just simply hit the number 4 and then I'm going to hit enter. Now the way this works, it asks you for a left bound, find a point to the left of where you think the max is. So I'm going to use the left arrow key and find a point to the left and then hit enter. And then it's going to ask me for the right bound. Where do you think is the right side? So I'm going to just use the right arrow key and choose that. Next it wants a guess. So I'll just do a couple of more shifts back towards the center, maybe 1 or 2 or 3. It doesn't matter. It does not have to be perfect. And then I hit enter. And notice it has found the maximum. The maximum is 3.0000. It's close enough to 3. I'm going to call it 3. I'm going to say the maximum is x equals 3 or 3 days, and y, or the capital T temperature, is 100.4. And that answers my question. I would like to invite you to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thanks very much for listening.